Hello everyone, this is a new video on TryHackMe. It's called Linux Server Forensics. This is actually a subscription request, so thanks for that, really appreciate it. And by the way, if anyone else watching my videos got some suggestions for videos, something you want to watch me do, please just write a comment. I'm pretty quick responding. My viewer base is not that large, so it's not like I have 50,000 or 100,000 comments on my videos, so I'm quite able to respond to them pretty fast. So please, suggestions for videos. I'm gonna do almost anything IT related, security related. Of course, I'm not gonna go ahead and do cloud configuration, but if it's security related and it's on TryHackMe, it's a great chance I'm going to do it. So on this particular example here, it is forensics we're in today. As you probably noticed, I'm doing a lot of forensics at the moment on my own YouTube channel. And just to show you guys that I do have a website called security-in-mind.com. Not something that I talk too much about. It is containing the newest video as the largest thumbnail of the thing that I did, and basically just a lot of pages you can scroll through. In the bottom you can see like recent posts and stuff, and it is the same. You can basically click on this and then you can see a post. I think these posts were some of the old stuff I did, so I would definitely think that the home page, the about page, that is me, and the contact is of course right to me on YouTube, and LinkedIn profile. I have one here if you want to watch my LinkedIn profile. That is also something that is possible to achieve through this site here. Anyways, I haven't really thought about what I would like to use this site for. It's not something that I really do something on. The plugin here is automatically, configuring itself every time I upload something. It's basically just reading from my YouTube channel, nothing fancy. Haven't really thought too much about it. I smashed on a SSL certificate, or TLS you can call it, and basically that's it, and yeah. So visit my website. You can share it if you wish to. It gives you an okay overview of stuff. You can switch pages. It's quite fast, it's not that slow or anything. I can see what I did in the past, and yeah, I like it. So today we're gonna do forensics. So I guess the machine started up. Basically we are asked to deploy the machine. We did that, and we can log onto it using the credentials. Let's go ahead and start an SSH. So SSH Fred, there we go. Yes, and the password would be to Freddy. Fred rules with an exclamation mark. Paste it in, and I guess we are in the machine. So we are Fred, and basically we are in. So now we're gonna go ahead and see. The very first thing we're gonna do is something called Apache Log Analysis. So we are tasked the most significant attack surface on the server, which is the web. Fortunately, the Apache access log keeps a history of all the requests sent to the log. So we got source addresses, response code and length, and user agents. Now, one thing to notice is now that we are on the opposite side, we're no longer throwing tools like, is this small? Yeah, they got us an issue with the text here. We should fix the padding. Anyways, we're not really using tools like Nmap or SQLmap or Diabuster at the moment. These tools here can really spam a log. So we're tasked to go to the var log Apache 2. Let's go that one. Log Apache 2, that's it. And here we have our log files that we can access log, the error log, and other virtual host access logs. the next task is how many different tools made requests to the server. Now, tools is a wide question. I'm gonna press the hint. So try searching for the tool names. Yeah. So how many different tools made requests to the server? Now I'm pretty confident what we're gonna do here is just clear the screen. And let's go ahead and see how long these files are. So the actual access log is pretty long, and not really sure whether we're gonna path it through or something, but you know, the question is really specific. I guess they want me to do like this and then grab, for example, nmap, you know, and we do see that nmap has been doing something here, and it kind of says nmap scripting engine, and you know, it's posting a link here, which is, you know, probably a really good idea to have in the log file. What we could see here is that on the access we do some, you know, options for the HTTP protocol, sending that method, and we're also doing get and post and other interesting things. You know, what I really need to see here is, do I need to understand all this? Well, I would say usually I say yes, but in the case of detecting something is looking wrong, I don't need to know a lot about this. So nmap is one of them. You know, since I mentioned nmap, it's kernel, dbuster, Nikto, I'm gonna try and just look for those tools. Basically, I guess this is not a real forensics task, so let's also try Nikto. No, SQL map, and what did they say more? I forgot. Dbuster. So now there's a chance that they want me to type the large N. No. How did I type this? SQL map. No. So not really sure what other tool they're looking for. Let me just see. Nikto, dbuster, nmap. What did the hint say? Try searching for the tool names. Yeah, I did that. So dbuster. We could try and spell that, you know, if I want to do that this way. Dbuster. Okay, so it seems like we had 2 hits. There are different ways you can use Linux commands. I'm no master of it, but I know there is a way that you can look through these headers here, you know, sorry, the log files, and then, you know, filtering on the go using some commands. Let me see if we can just find something pretty quick for you guys. Just a second, I'm gonna pause the video. So yeah, I defined this command here called unique. Just clear again, and maybe we should also sort it. Yeah, it doesn't really do much. Well, maybe I just didn't do it right. As I said, I'm no master of these commands, but I do know that we had 2 different tools, so let me just go ahead and type 2. Alright, so name the path requested by nmap. Now we did see some very long path. The hint would be nmap make request to strange path when performing HTTP enumeration, and it does that. So let's go back to and do nmap and then we saw something like that, you know. That's gonna be our queue, I think. So I'm gonna put this in here. Yeah, you know, don't put too much reason behind why they request these weird names. You know, it's a part of the task. Web server analysis. So web scanners are run against servers pretty much all the time, so this traffic is not out of the ordinary. Have a look around the site for potential attack vectors. Have a look at the site. There is a site. Alright, so let's just pull it there. What page allows users to upload files? I can almost guess it. This is a PHP site. Let me just see. Let me just see one more time. Browse, contact PHP. Yeah. So what I basically saw here was the browse and submit query. So this is a typical, you know, file upload scenario. So that is something to pay attention to. What IP upload the files to the server. Now we're gonna have to look for the contact word now. So let's go back to the Apache log, clear the screen. Let's script for contact PHP, and we can see that the IP is the one right here. So I'm gonna copy that, go there, paste it, and say no, that is not the IP. Okay. Was I too fast? Let me see. Alright, so we need to find a post request. Alright, let me just see. Let's just see if we could find a post request. We do have a post request here. It's nmap. Yeah, so we have 2 push requests in the whole access log. That is quite annoying, but you only have 1 IP address to post, so I guess that is the one. The first 3, yeah. So really, it's something that happened. We have a post request. Yeah, it seems like we do send some amount of data here, like 2,495. I think that is the byte count. Now, I'm no expert on Apache logs by any means, but I am guessing, since this changed, I know this is a status code because that is very normal, 200 and 404. So I'm guessing this number here is the size of data we're sending. Anyways, that is the answer. So who left an exposed security notice on the server? No idea what to look for. Deepers are already located in most of the files server. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at Dearbuster results. So let me just do. Can I do unique now? Whoa. Let me try and do grab post, grab get. Now we have some get commands to look at. This is insanely a lot to look at. So let me just see. Okay, so it's not that much actually. So let's see. There is no way that you can be there.html. Let me just have a look at that. What is that? I'm just curious about this. So basically, no. Yeah, it's also for, so it doesn't really matter. It's the Dearbuster. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for. It's a very weird question. Who left an exposed security notice on the server? Now, I'm not really sure what to be looking for. As I always said, it's all just, let's just say we're gonna look for, let's just look for four pages, and it seems like, who did that? Okay, let's do 200, which is a lot less. Okay, so something that Dearbuster looked for. Okay, so the last one here does actually say security. Let's just copy paste that in, and let's save the file. There we go. We have it right here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the console. Whoops. I'm gonna go to the console now and say cat Kaylee no, wait a second. I'm gonna do a new window because I don't want this messed up. So we have our security. So we have really got to sort out the contact page. No validation whatsoever. Fred is the one that's took this off, so let's go ahead and type Fred. Now this is of course one of the cases that we, you know, if we were hacking, we used, you know, Dearbuster for this particular, you know, exploit, but not exploit, but vulnerability. What command and option did the attacker use to establish a backdoor? Now there are not that many possibilities, and this would require you to know a lot. But let's go ahead and look at the cron job as the very first one they recommend us to look at. So that's gonna be cat etc cron tab. Thank you. Not really seeing anything here, to be honest. I just realized that oh man, I'm going to do this in the machine wheel, not on my own machine. No, that is one of the. I'm a bit tired today, so. Alright, so we did see that we have, you know, a cron job running here on sh-I, so I'm assuming that is the one that was used to get a, did I just copy some? Yeah. So it was true, sh is shell, so basically it's a very weak, you know, but you can see that there's a cron job, and whenever there's a cron job, and you see this kind of, you know, relative path, you can see that the path that is being located, I'm just guessing, okay, I'm really not sure if that is what they did, but you can see that there is some sort of, you know, the shell is sh, so that is set there as a absolute path, and you can see different paths here. They look for the sh binary in. Anyways, if you can write to the path and rewrite it and add something, you can, you know, make this being called as root number 2. I don't know who that is, but it is another root user on the system, I assume, and then you can execute this sh or your own binary or your own file that's been executed as this with the same privileges as user root 2. So let's go ahead and say user account. So yeah, what is the password of the second root account? So Now we're gonna go ahead and look at, the hint is the attacker has been pretty late so far. The hash may have been copied from a forum post. So I'm guessing what we basically should do is go look at the shadow file just pretty quickly. So let's say clear etc shadow. Then do the password file. And we can see root number 2 is right there. This is the most, I don't know what to say about this, but it's very unlikely. So let me just see. This looks like this is not a write-up, and password Mr. Cake. Is this not a? It's not a write-up, right? Yeah, it looks like this is actually the stuff we're gonna. So Mr. Cake is take. Deploy the second VM. So now we're gonna go ahead and close this one down and deploy the second VM, and basically wait until that is booted up. So it's clear, SSH, thread, and we're gonna wait for this. So I'm gonna pause the video for about 40 seconds. Alright, we have the IP, so I'm gonna copy it. Copy. Can I copy that, please? Thank you. And paste it in, and yes. And the password would be thread rules one more time. Paste selection. Alright, this is a slow machine. Holy moly, it's a slow machine. Alright, so we're in and deploy and Apache Log Analysis number 2. Now that we know something, we're going to the task, name one of the non-standard HTTP requests. So let's go ahead to the server and do, if you remember exactly where to look, we can always go to the first one and see that it's var log Apache 2. And basically just go ahead and say, let's do var log Apache 2. And then let's do access and grep. First of all, let's just put it out and see what's going on. This one here, I just basically saw GXWR. What if I just try that, and get my log right? This is just something, sometimes you just see stuff. It pays off sometimes. You just, output it and then, yeah, it's there. What time was the nmap scan performed? So, hour, minutes, seconds. Alright, so let's go ahead and say, can I get that command again? I cannot. So let's do grep nmap. No. Really? Not really sure how to verify. Was this an nmap scan? So there is no nmap scan in this particular case. So let me just see. Let's have a look at this just for a second and see what's going on. It looks like a normal browser looking for different kind of things. No, I don't really see anything. There's a curl here, but that's curl. That's a different thing. That's not nmap. Another curl. Now of course, if this was a real weblog, it would be pretty large, and not really sure if that would be practical the way I'm doing right now. Do we have some weird one here with, you know, no usage and anything? I'm not really sure what to say. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is bet on the weird one here, and it could be that Nmap were iPhone 12. Let's try this answer right there. What does it do? This? Alright, so basically it was the same. So the Nmap scan was this weirdly odd, you know. I have another one here. It's a very odd one. Alright, so I guess that's it. Anyways, let's go to persistent mechanism 2. What username and hostname combination can be found in one of the authorized key files? You'll need to use sudo to view root authorized key files. So if that is the case, they want to do that. So let's go to root and have it denied. So what about, that is not good. What can I do? Thread rules, can I type that? I cannot type that. Yeah. No. So now we need to do a little thing that we do when we usually hack. Okay, so we can do all commands, sudo, why not, sudo cat root bash history. Let's see what we can see. What was the question again? What username? The authorized keys. So can I do like sudo ls? Okay, so what if I do like that's SSH and then do authorized keys, and then instead of ls I do cat. Oh, sorry. We do see something here. Kaylee at Kaylee. Is that the answer? It would seem that it is. Great, so we do it. We good. So program execution whoa. What is the first command present in root bash history file? We just did that. Okay, so no. What is the first command? Oh, command. I thought part. I don't know. I read differently. It's the command. Yeah. Pretty easy. I don't know what to say. Deploy the final VM. So I'm going to deploy that. Start the VM. And let me just see. Yeah. So we're going to wait for this to boot up. we just press complete, deploy the final machine. So our question is, this is a final task, figure out what's going on and find the flag. So the hint is that use the above to locate and open the script that's causing the errors. You might want to check the IP manager service flag format. So it's something with, you know, brackets, you know, braces, like not parentheses, but, you know, brackets, you know, I don't say square brackets. Yeah. All right, so I think that's it. That's the IP. Let's go ahead and do clear and SSH to that. And yes, and thread rules. I think I typed it correctly this time. I typed it correctly. Come on. Wow, it's slow. Alright, so clear ls. So we are going to do exactly what here? So let's see what the hint was again. With the IP manager service. So I guess what we're gonna do is basically do this command here and say, what the this status, and we could add on this just to, you know, what exactly is going on here? Alright, so we do have something here we can look at, and it would seem that we can look for something that looks weird. I'm not an expert in these views here, but it seems like I see nothing weird. It was a little weird name, but not really sure if that is the thing. What is all these? Something is running. It's a script that is running and, you know, doing all these kind of things. So we need to find out what kind of script that is. Probably an SH script. Who knows? Now that we were asked to do something like, I think I'm gonna do this in a text file, so it's this here, and set something like the IP manager dot service. So we're gonna fire that off pretty fast. Let's see if we can. Boom. Yeah, so the hint itself is going to tell us that there is a weird file. I'm gonna take this here. So if I have to cat that out, basically. So it sleeps every 10 seconds. It's what I see, basically. So the stack is. So I'm just go ahead and get this one here. Oop. Nope. Why can I not copy that? That is quite annoying. Copy. Why can I not copy that? There we go. there is something here, you know, it looks like what they mention as a flag. I'm not really sure that is the case. No, it's also not that long, so so we have the error messages here. That's one here, ghost in the machine. I guess that is the one. All right, so we're done. So in this particular interesting last task, it says malware can also maintain persistent using systemd as scripts. Run under systemd, can run the background, restart whenever the system is booted, and so on and so on. So the command runs whenever the service starts, the user, the service run as, and so on. In this case, the malware is pretty obvious, and it seems to be printing error message to the screen. So there's no way to that is dormant running. We'll list all the services, so we can try and do that. You know, just to I did take a shortcut, and I guess I should just try and show exactly some. Let's see if we can, you know, lines. So let's just get all the lines out. And I guess this is gonna take some time. Let's do grep sh and can I? It's very irritating that it's actually running in the background. So anyways, we are getting a list of all the services here, and the one we were asked to look at was the IP manager. So basically I'm gonna say IP man, so IP interesting. So the hint itself will list all the services as much like Windows as usual. A lot of them, it might be worth adding. Yeah, so that is the one, the first command I did in the very top here. So let's copy that, copy, and go and say what? So there we have it. We actually got it out this time, and basically that's it. And with that in mind, we did the room here. I guess the last one was a bit, you know, weird, but we succeeded. We completed the room, and I guess that's for this time. So until next time, take care.